I am speaking to you now because the window is open and the sound of your heartbeat has reached my throne. I will not let this moment pass you by. Today, 10th October, I have set a light at your doorstep, and I have asked my Archangel to lift his voice so you cannot mistake what is being said. Archangel Michael says, I order you this right now, not as a threat but as a rescue, because I have seen how your thoughts circle the same pain and how the same door keeps you walking into the same room of fear. Tonight something will turn in your house, and it will not be by accident. I am not here to entertain your curiosity. I am here to reroute your life. You have asked for a sign you would not be able to ignore, and now the hour is upon you. The Lord is trying to talk to you for just 2 minutes. But those 2 minutes will be the hinge on which entire years swing. And so I say, open this immediately. Don't try to skip this. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't pretend you did not hear. Don't let the voice of delay put you back to sleep. You feel the air thicken when you are close to choice. You feel the old pattern tug your sleeve with whispers that sound reasonable. Wait, think more. Get another opinion. Promise to change tomorrow. But I tell you, tomorrow is a room that will look exactly like today unless you let me touch the frame of your heart tonight. I know what was said about you behind closed doors. I know what was promised and not delivered. I know every secret you have carried so that no one else would have to feel what you felt. I know where you have been misunderstood, and I know the story you repeat in your mind when you lie awake. I am not a stranger to your private explanations. I am the one who watched you forgive without applause, the one who counted every tear that fell when you were trying to be the strong one. And now I am here to turn the page you thought would never turn tonight. There will be a small sign in your house, and you will be tempted to call it coincidence. It may be the knock you don't expect, the message you thought would never arrive, the sudden memory that rises with such clarity it arrests your breath, or the sense to rearrange one small thing that shifts the entire pattern. Do not despise the small sign. The seed does not look like the forest it will become. I have ordered Michael to stand at the threshold and keep what should not return from re-entering your space. He will not argue with your fears. He will simply stand. You have asked me to fight for you while you were too tired to lift your hands. Tonight, I have come to answer with protection that looks like order, with clarity that looks like calm, with a change that looks like obedience to a simple instruction. You do not need to win every argument that has drained you. You only need to agree with me. Agreement is a key that makes heavy doors swing as if they were light. Agreement tonight will sound like this. You will bless what I am removing. You will welcome what I am sending. You will release what has already finished its assignment in your life. You will stop editing your own worth to fit rooms that never had space for you. Michael says, take your place. Take your place at your own table. Take your place in your own house. Take your place in your own name. The battle that kept repeating was not endless. It only felt endless because you were carrying what I had asked you to set down. Let it go now. Let it go. Even if your hands are shaking, let it go. Even if your mind is shouting questions, let it go. Because I am exchanging burdens with you tonight. I have watched the quiet woes you made to protect yourself. Never again, not again. Not me, not this, not here. Those woes have built walls so high that love had to knock for a very long time. I am not here to shame you for the walls. I am here to show you the gate. The gate is trust. Not in people who have not yet shown fruit, but in me who has always been faithful. Trust does not mean entertaining danger. Trust means listening to the instruction I give you. When to speak, when to be silent, when to step back, when to step forward, when to say yes, and when to say enough. Tonight, I am giving you a simple instruction. Create space. Clear the table of what you do not need. Turn off the noise that argues with your peace. Light the smallest lamp in your room and say out loud, I receive what you are sending and I release what you are ending. These are not magic words. They are alignment. Alignment pulls you out of the undertow of old habits and sets your feet on rock. Do not confuse endurance with identity. You have endured much, but I did not name you by your suffering. I named you by your future. I named you by the promise written before you saw your first sunrise. The enemy would like to rent a room in your mind with the cheap payment of recurring disappointment. Decline the tenancy. Your mind is sacred ground. And your house is not a museum of past pain. It is a sanctuary for the present presence of God. Tonight I will teach you how to bless your own threshold. Place your hand upon the doorway and speak life over who enters and exits. Decide that your boundaries are not built from fear, but from wisdom. Decide that your yes will be honest and your no will be holy. Decide that you will not mortgage your peace for the approval of those who do not steward their own. You wonder if you are behind. You are not behind. You are precisely on the day you were meant to confront the delay that has paraded as caution. This is why Michael's comment sounds urgent. Because delay disguised as wisdom is still delay. I am not asking you to leap into darkness. I am asking you to let me turn on the light. Light reveals both beauty and dust. Do not be embarrassed by the dust. It only shows where I am ready to clean. There is no condemnation in my cleaning. There is relief, and there is room, and there is air for your lungs. The next conversation you have with yourself must change. The old script where you assume blame for every broken thing is retired tonight. In its place, I am giving you a new script. Speak to yourself as one I love, not as one you distrust. Call yourself by the name I call you, chosen, held, taught, growing, protected, and sent. I will not let your generosity be used against you anymore. I will teach you how to give without becoming empty. Overflow is my way, not exhaustion. To live in overflow, you must believe that I am your source, not the opinion of the room, not the promise of the person, not the timeline you drew in your head. I am your source. When you believe this, you will stop negotiating your value with scarcity. You will open your hands and I will fill them. And then I will teach you how to build with what I place there. Building will look like routines that protect your morning and guard your night. Building will look like writing what I show you so it is not lost in the traffic of your day. Building will look like small, brave steps taken consistently, and those steps will outrun the giant leaps you once chased. There is a conversation about you in heaven right now, and it is not a debate. It is an agreement between my promise and your future. The angels do not argue about your worth. They rejoice over your alignment. When you align with me, the room in your house feels different. The air is lighter. The corners do not hide shadows. Even if the external situation takes time to resolve, you will feel a settled certainty that you are no longer wrestling alone. This is what I want you to notice tonight. The peace that steps in without knocking. The peace that sits with you like a friend. The peace that teaches you to breathe in truth and breathe out fear. There is, however, a choice you must make about how you respond when the old pattern tries to come back for one last visit. It will arrive disguised as nostalgia, as guilt, as a need to explain yourself one more time, as an emergency that is not your emergency. Do not open the door to that knock. Michael will help you recognize it. He will remind you this is not a rescue that requires your sacrifice. This is a trap that requires your attention. Your compassion is real, but it is not a currency to be spent on cycles that refuse to be healed. Bless and release. Pray and release. Love and release. But do not step back into the room where your spirit shrinks to make others comfortable. I have not asked you to be cruel. I have asked you to be clear. Cruelty wounds. Clarity heals tonight. Speak blessing into your own rooms. Speak over your bed that it will hold rest and not worry. Speak over your door that it will welcome what is right and block what is wrong. Speak over your table that conversations there will be honest and nourishing, not draining and sharp. Speak over your phone that the messages arriving will align with your peace, that no manipulative word will root in your heart. Speak over your mirror that you will not practice hating what I shaped with care. You are allowed to be kind to yourself. It is not arrogance to agree with my delight in you. It is humility. Humility says, if the Lord calls me beloved, I will not call myself anything less. There is someone you will forgive tonight, not so they can continue to harm you, but so you can walk free of what they left behind. Forgiveness is not the reopening of a door. Forgiveness is the removal of a hook. It uncatches your heart from the net that kept you dragged through old waters. When you forgive, you cancel a debt the other person could not pay, even if they tried. You hand the account to me. I know how to settle accounts without damaging your future. Trust me with justice. The justice you imagine would never be enough. The justice I bring includes restoration you cannot yet see. There is a return for what was lost. There is a harvest for every hidden faithful act. There is a redemption thread running through the very days that seemed wasted. Nothing is wasted when given to me, not the tears, not the lessons, not the years. I am also speaking to the plans you have kept in a folder titled Someday. Someday is being renamed Begin. Begin small. If you must begin quietly. If you must begin with what you have in your hand. The miracle you are waiting for will often meet you while you are in motion, not while you wait for perfect conditions. Michael says, stand up and step once, just once. I will meet the step with strength. I will meet the step with resource. I will meet the step with surprising companionship. The loneliness that sat like a heavy coat on your shoulders will lift when you walk in your calling. Purpose is a fire that warms you from within. Let it burn again. It will not consume you. It will refine you. I am correcting your vision. You have seen yourself through the cracked lens of old words, and every view looked distorted. Tonight, I give you a clear lens. Through it, you will see that you are not unlucky. You are being aligned. You are not late. You are being launched. You are not cursed. You are being carved into the shape of your assignment. The pressure that tried to convince you it was punishment was actually preparation. Pressure forms, strength you will soon use to carry joy without fear that it will slip from your hands. You are about to hold joy again, and this time you will not wait for it to end. You will receive it as normal. You will call good days normal and rest normal and sweetness normal because I am normal in your house and I am good tonight. The house will hear you bless it. The walls will learn your new sound. The floor will learn the purpose of your steps. The rooms will feel a quiet that is not empty but full. If tears come, let them come. Tears can water the ground where newness grows. If laughter rises, do not silence it. Laughter can sweep out the dust of sorrow. If stillness settles, do not rush it away. Stillness is how you learn the rhythm of my heart. I do not need many words to move powerfully. I need your yes. So say yes again. Say yes with your mouth. Say yes with your calendar. Say yes with what you remove from your shelf and what you place there instead. Say yes with who you call and who you no longer call. Say yes with your bedtime and your morning. Say yes with your money and your mercy. I am putting a guard on your thresholds. Your ears, your eyes, your time, not to imprison you, but to keep the garden of your life from being trampled by demands that bear no fruit. You will learn the pace of grace. You will find that what used to drain you no longer has access to your inner room. You will find conversations end earlier, and that will be peace. You will find your body relax where it once braced for impact, and that will be healing. You will find your creativity waking where it once felt asleep, and that will be a gift. Receive each of these without suspicion. Goodness is not a trick. Goodness is my nature. There will be a moment tonight, perhaps brief, perhaps unexpected, when the atmosphere shifts, and you think something just changed. Do not shrug it off. That tug is your confirmation. Whisper, I agree. That whisper is a seed that will grow into a life that looks like me in you. Do not try to measure your progress tomorrow with a ruler made by yesterday's pain. Some roots take hold beneath the surface before anything green appears. Trust me with the unseen. Trust me with the timing. Trust me with the pieces you cannot arrange. I am not late. I am building. I am not absent. I am inside the very details that keep you awake at night, turning them into testimony. You will rest tonight not because every question is answered, but because your spirit will know who is carrying the questions. You will wake with a different prayer in your mouth, not the plea to survive, but the song to build. And when the familiar voice of fear tests the door tomorrow, you will remember what I did tonight. You will remember the light. You will remember the instruction. You will remember that Archangel Michael stood guard and that you were not alone in the turning. You will remember that I asked for just 2 minutes, and that in those 2 minutes, I touched your hours and your months and your years. So now, lift your face, breathe slowly, place your hand over your heart and say, I am safe in the love that will not let me go. Place your hand upon your door frame and say, this house belongs to peace. Place your hand upon your table and say, what comes here will nourish me. Place your hand upon your phone and say, only what is aligned may enter. Place your hand upon your head and say, my mind is clear. My boundaries are wisdom. My future is bright. These are simple, but they will become the ribs of a new life. Do not try to skip this. This is the moment you asked me for on nights when you thought no one heard. I heard. I came. I am here. Today, 10th October, I mark your house with peace, your path with light, your name with favor. I bind what bound you, and I bless what blesses you. I send help that looks like friends you can trust, opportunities you can steward, and rest that is not stolen. I gather the fragments of your story and make them whole. I set a guard at your threshold and a song in your mouth. I write over your door what I have always written over your life. Loved, chosen, protected, becoming. Now sleep in this and wake in this and walk in this. Tonight it begins. Tonight is marked, and you can feel it already. The way the air listens, the way silence leans in, the way the smallest sound seems to carry a message shaped like your name. Today, 10th October, I am not distant from you. I am here, nearer than breath, nearer than the pulse that lifts your wrist. You have asked for a word, and I have come with a river. Do not skip. My voice is not a rumor or a memory. It is a living wind moving through your room, through the door that will not latch, through the window that knows the sky. The next 2 minutes hold a gate. Walk through. If you have been searching for the final sign before you step into the life that has been stitched for you since before you were seen, this is it. Lay every fear you are carrying on the floor. I will not step over it. I will lift it, and I will lift you. Archangel Michael stands watch at your threshold, not as an echo from old stories, but as fire-tested certainty. He does not arrive to negotiate with shadows. He arrives to end their sentence. He says, open this now. He says, do not delay. He says, the thing that circles you will lose its voice tonight. He is the bright armor of the hour when it is most needed, the unshaped answer to the question you keep in your chest. He says, your house is not small to heaven. He says, your room is not forgotten by angels. He says, what pressed you down like a thumb on soft clay will lift and will remember you only as light slipping out of its hand. He says, do not skip. You have been carrying a story that first looked like protection and then became a cage. But cages are simply the shape a miracle takes when it is still asleep. My child, I am waking your miracle. I am touching the thing you said was too hard to move, and it will move. I am putting a new rhythm in your day and a clean clarity in your night. I am taking the knot out of your thoughts thread by thread without snapping what is still needed. You thought you were at the end of your rope. I am turning it into a ladder. You thought it was over. I am starting the first page again with better ink. Tonight in your house, there will be the sound of something unfastening inside you, quiet but unmistakable. The sound a door makes when it realizes it was never locked. There is a conversation about you in heaven that does not accuse you. It does not discuss your mistakes like currency. It speaks your name as if the name itself were a prayer that cannot fail. I have not spent one moment away from you. I did not leave when the room felt empty. I did not leave when you raised your voice at the ceiling. I did not leave when you expected me to. I stayed and I learned with you how to turn a wound into a window. Tonight, Even if no one else stands beside you, you will not be alone. Michael will stand as iron and river and sunrises say. He will not let the dark speak last. You have feared time, but time has never been your enemy. Time is a messenger, and it has jogged beside you, breathless, trying to tell you that you were closer than you thought. Feel this hour. It is not crowded with threats, but spacious with promise. I am writing a gentle decree into the minutes that will follow, a conversation that lands kindly, a call that brings relief, an answer that took the long road but finally finds your door. This is not a trick of mood. It is a move of heaven. Do not skip. I know where you hurt. You do not have to hide your bruise underneath polite smiles. I saw the quiet betrayal that taught you to fold yourself smaller. I saw the promise that was given to you with eyes that could not keep it. I saw the whisper that told you you were only almost nearly, not quite enough. Who told you that? Not me. I held the first blueprint of you in my hands, and I said, good. I am saying good again now, and the room is agreeing with me. Let the old names drop. Let the labels that never fit slide off like rain from a clean window. Let your true name rise. I have it, and I share it with the air around you until even the walls repeat it back. There is a pattern that tried to recruit you. Fear. Delay, self-blame, retreat. And it feels so familiar you have almost called it home. Not tonight. Tonight it will knock and find my angel at your door. Tonight you will hear its old phrases, and you will not sign your name under them. Tonight you will choose the smaller, brave thing in front of you. One call, one line, one door opened, one apology, one boundary. And that will be enough to reroute a river. Do not search for a thunderclap. Look for a key. The key will be in something so close it is hiding in the ordinary. Reach out your hand and take it. The lock it fits has waited patiently. Turn it. Listen to the click. That sound belongs to you. I am repairing what you think is beyond repair. I am not bargaining with the damage. I am remaking the fabric. The place where you expected only survival will begin to bloom into ease. Ease that is not laziness but alignment. Not avoidance, but courage that doesn't need to shout. Ease that lets you breathe the long breath. You have done the hard breathing. Now breathe like the sea at dawn. The next 2 minutes are my invitation to step into the room of the present fully. Put down the habit of predicting disaster. Let your eyes discover goodness the way a child discovers a new word and falls in love with saying it. Do not say you are late. You are right on time. The calendar can keep its squares. I am not bound by its borders. Today's date, 10th October, is folded into my design. And I will show you why later in little signs that only you and I will recognize. A number reappearing. A sentence you needed arriving on the side of a bus. A stranger's kindness that hugs you without touching. A door that would not open last month opening without resistance. You will know. And you will say, this was not coincidence. This was a conversation. Do not skip. There is someone whose words once made you feel small, and their shadow still tries to stand in the doorway of your confidence. Hear me. I dismiss that shadow. I release you from the courtroom of their opinion. I enroll you in the classroom of your calling. The gifts you carry do not need a spotlight to be true. They will make their own light as they are used tonight. Take one step toward using them. Write the line. Build the plan. Record the message. Clean the corner. Set the water to boil and make the simple meal that cares for your body. Sometimes obedience is as small as washing your face and opening the window. Do these things and watch how the atmosphere changes. The spirit of heaviness dressed you in gray. I am clothing you with a quiet brightness that will not glare but will glow, and people will see it and not know why they feel safe around you. I will know. Michael will know. You will know. I am not sending you back to fight the same battle without armor. I am giving you a sword you already touched but did not name. Your sword is truth spoken gently but firmly. Your sword is a schedule that respects your peace. Your sword is choosing the next right thing. Not the loudest thing, Your sword is thankfulness spoken in the hallway between one uncertainty and the next. Your sword is the prayer you mutter when you cannot afford long sentences. Use it. The enemy knows your music but not your silence, and your quiet tonight will sound like thunder in the camps that wished you tired. I bless your door frames. I bless your bed. I bless your shoes so that where you go next, peace will arrive first. I bless your devices so that what reaches you through them will be sifted, the noise drained, the message sent. I bless your hands to stop shaking from old shocks. I bless your sleep to become a staircase where angels walk up and down with messages, and you wake remembering the simplest one. You are loved and you are led. I bless your table so that even if there is little on it now, it will be enough and will soon be more than enough. Not to drown you, but to train you in gratitude that does not need the flood to believe in the river. There is a fear that if it gets quiet, the bad thing will get louder. Tonight, you will learn that when it gets quiet, I get louder, not by shouting, but by becoming the most natural thing in the room. You will put your hand on your chest, and your heartbeat will slow, and you will say, something changed. That will be me folding your nervous system into the soft blanket of my presence. Your mind will look for the old alarm and not find it. Your body will be confused for a moment and then relate. Do not reach back for the panic to prove you were paying attention. Let it go without a goodbye party. It does not deserve one. You keep waiting for permission to live like someone who is precious. I am that permission. You think it must come from those who overlooked you. It does not. It comes from the one who never has and never will. You do not have to earn the right to rest. You do not have to apologize for joy. You do not have to shrink to keep others comfortable. You do not have to over-explain when you decide to be healthy. You do not have to be the lesson for those who refuse to learn. Be the living, full, bright, simple, and steady. Tonight is the rehearsal that turns into the performance because you will not step back once you step forward. And I am not clapping from a distant balcony. I am on the stage with you. The light that doesn't blind you, the script that doesn't trap you, the music that knows exactly when to swell. Michael says the house has been asked to welcome peace, and it agrees. He says the argument that usually starts does not have the power to start. He says the door that normally knocks with anxiety will knock with opportunity. He says, guard your yes, elevate your no, and keep your hard keys where they belong, with me. He says, I have walked the perimeter. I have marked the corners. I have folded the night back so the morning can stretch in early. I am speaking to you now because the hour has come, and the door is already moving on its hinges. Do not look away. Do not minimize this moment or tuck it behind another distraction, because I am closer to you than your breath and more faithful than your shadow at noon. Today, 10th October, I am setting the table of your life with a cup that will not be taken from you, and I am sending my servant Michael to stand at your threshold with an order that bears my seal. Open your heart this instant. Receive what I am saying, because something I have prepared will move through your house tonight like a quiet wind that turns the page no hand could turn. This is not to frighten you, but to free you. I am not a rumor or a vague hope. I am the Lord who has watched every midnight that drained you and every morning that dared you to rise again. Listen, really listen for just 2 minutes, and you will feel the lock you carried for years loosen in my presence. I know the rooms where you have kept your worries. I know the one drawer where you hide the letters in your mind, words you never sent, apologies you never received, the folded corners of memories you press down when the world gets loud. I have walked through your hallways in the night when you thought no one saw you weeping behind a closed door, and I have counted tears that others dismissed as mood and weakness. I tell you now, Not a single tear evaporated into nothing. Each one watered a seed I buried in the soil of your story. You did not know a garden was growing in the dark. You did not know something had already begun while you were certain you had been forgotten. You were not forgotten. You were information. Archangel Michael stands ready because I have written an instruction over your life that the adversary cannot cross out. He does not come to you with chaos. He comes with clarity. He does not thunder for spectacle. He whispers for obedience. He is not your redeemer. Do not give him worship. For I alone am your God. But he is my messenger carrying a sword of separation, dividing what must stay from what must go, what is holy from what drains you to dust. Tonight, he will pass through the boundaries of your dwelling with an assignment tied to your name. And you will sense it as a stillness, as a room that suddenly feels wider, as the sense that the walls themselves are exhaling. Do not be alarmed when you feel the familiar weight try to rise. It is rising to leave you, not to crush you again. Let it go without bargaining for its return. You have told yourself stories to survive, and I bless your grit. But survival is not the same as life. I did not shape you to tiptoe from R to R, avoiding the next blow. I formed you to carry light like a lantern, to anchor your small circle with a calm that cannot be imitated, to speak words that carry more truth than volume, to walk away from people who prefer your confusion to your clarity. I am not asking you to perform a miracle tonight. I am bringing mine. What I need from you is smaller and greater at once. I need the yes that releases what I am already pushing toward you. I need you to unlock your posture, to loosen your grip on predictable misery, to make room for joy that will feel almost rude in the face of your recent grief. You will be tempted to distrust it. You will wonder if it's a trick of your mind. It is not a trick. It is an arrival. I am not coming to flatter you. I am coming to tell you the truth you hoped to hear but feared to trust. You have been faithful in ways you did not recognize as faithfulness. Each time you restrained your tongue when you could have stabbed back with perfect facts. Each time you chose quiet work instead of applause. Each time you paid attention to the need that wasn't yours. Each time you forgave imperfection while carrying your own. I saw. I took record of what you thought dissolved into anonymity. I have stored those moments in a vault the world cannot hack. And now I am drawing on that account to deliver strength, guidance, and provision in a measure that will make sense of the last season's emptiness.